Frustrating is probably the word to describe that game. How would you see it?
Look, let's be honest, we've been on the end of not a positive result against 10 men when we've had a body down or two body downs at times. Doesn't always make it easier. Look, I was disappointed, and I think the players were disappointed with their first half showing. I thought we lacked a little bit of sharpness, a little bit of purpose, and we didn't quite move as well as the opposition in that first half. So reset a few things at half time, just simplified our game, and then obviously the sending off changed it to a certain extent in terms of an extra bit of space. We just didn't quite get the ball in the right areas often enough. If it was Tim's chance towards the end, we just didn't quite ask enough questions of their back line at a deep moment and their goalkeeper.
Obviously when a side do go down to 10, obviously rightly they do stick body behind the ball, and we just didn't manage to find a way through.
Yeah, look, it probably felt like all game we weren't able to beat a player 1v1. And certainly you might need to create a bit of space off the back of moving the ball, but also in 1v1 situations. And you know, Jake Caprice looked like he could do that when he came across to the right hand side at times, and Jacko every now and then on the left side, but we didn't do it often enough, and we never really got them out of position in that period with 10 men. So that was a frustrating part, and if you can't move them out of position, then sometimes you've just got to bulldoze your way through the middle, and we didn't quite have the physicality on the pitch to do that.
Finished the game without a recognised strike on the pitch. Tim Dieng and Josh Key, I think, finished the game up to it.
Yeah, it was going to be a delivery game because, well, delivery last sort of 30-40 minutes, because if they've got so many bodies from their goal mouth outwards, we weren't going to score from across really. There was no space to play intricate passing. So there's two players who attack the ball in the air, with no disrespect to Giovanni and to Podge and to the likes of those players, that we needed some physicality to occupy those centre halves. They just didn't quite get enough of that service. So full credit to the opposition. Like I say, we've been on not the end of it, we've been in that situation often enough and come out on top, and we were just a little bit short today.
Jack Sparks obviously had the injury, came back, had that loan spell, came on today, and I thought he looked really impressive. Yeah, he did. Look, he gave us better balance. We had a couple of left footers on that outside of the pitch, and that's something which we know we've not got a weakness in the team, but we got a slight imbalance when Czech and Jake Caprice are playing down the same side. But we didn't work the outside of the pitch well enough in the first half, so we wanted to do that better in the second half. And in all honesty, I was going to make the change anyway before the sending off, so it felt the right thing to do. We never got on the end of one of his crosses, or he didn't get on the end of one of the crosses from the right hand side, but it's a positive return for Jacko because he's going to be an important part of the squad. Another positive is another clean sheet. That's 4 in a row in the league now. Yeah,
look, they put us under pressure in the first half. We sort of showed a little bit of fragility in terms of the way I felt we moved as a team. Didn't quite match their physicality and sharpness in certain areas of the pitch, but they didn't create too much, and we've got a good goalkeeper and a good back line at the moment, so a building block in terms of the clean sheet, but obviously when the opposition go down to 10 men, you're always searching for the 3 points.
Obviously we know that Zanzala was unavailable, and we're still waiting for the full outcome of his injury. With a couple of days left in the market, I imagine you'll be really keen to try and bolster his attacking options.
We're close, all but confirmed in relation to a player coming in, and he's a forward player, but he's not the profile of an Aussie or a Sam Nombe. So we've not quite been able to fill that void, but Sam's going to be fit from hopefully next weekend onwards. He won't play 90 minutes, but he'll play bit parts for the next couple of weeks whilst we get him up to speed, so he'll be a big one in terms of the game next week, and his introduction back into the squad. But every game's different, and today felt different. We didn't quite have enough power on the pitch, enough pace on the pitch, and let's be honest, we didn't quite play well enough.
I think in the first half as well, there's a few sloppy passes, misplaced passes. I imagine that's probably something you picked up with them at the break. Yeah, well, we forced the inside of the pitch too much. You know, against a team with 3 centre halves and 3 centre midfielders and 2 centre forwards, that, you know, 8 out of their 10 players are in the middle of the pitch, and we just over-forced the middle areas and forced it into what felt like blue and white shirts, to be honest with you. And it got cut out too many times, so I wanted us to utilise the space which was down the outside for longer, and then force the inside once you've earned it. So, you know, it's incredible because you look back to last weekend where it was a fluidity through the game, and there was a real flow in relation to our footballing rhythm. Every game's different, and we came up against a different obstacle today, and we couldn't quite overcome it. Big game next weekend. Fair few fans travelling up to Swindon. In terms of the table as well, that's a massive game. Yeah, look, a team around us, a good team, a team pushing the right end of the table. Probably one of the best grounds at our level, if not the level above. We always go well travelled because it's not a million miles away, and that'll be a hell of a game of football. It'll probably look totally different to what it did today, and we all know we've got to be better in terms of our performance. But you know, we've made some really good steps forward in the last couple of weeks. We might see this as a slight step back, but we're still moving in the right direction.